Hey guys, welcome back. In this video, we're going to be looking at all the items at Aldi that are pumpkin flavored. I know you guys know that fall is about to get started. We are moving into pumpkin spice season and all the stores are starting to put out their seasonal merchandise and new products. So I figured we would go ahead and take a deep dive at Aldi, actually go to the store to see what they have in stock and try out a few of those items. But before we go, we're going to do a quick internet search just to see what's on the Reddit Aldi feed. If you guys don't know, people post all of the stuff that comes out at Aldi on this Reddit feed, and there's a lot of like little funny comments on there, and it's really informative. Sometimes they don't always have all the stuff that's on that feed at my local stores, but it's still really fun to be able to see, you know, everything that everybody else is able to get, and to put me on the lookout for products that I may not know exist until I see them there. So before we even jump into all that, the very first thing I did this morning was went to McDonald's. I usually get the caramel iced coffee, but today I noticed that they had the pumpkin spice latte in the deals section. So of course McDonald's has coupons inside their app just like most other places. So I went ahead and got a small pumpkin spice latte for $1 there. So if you have the McDonald's app, go ahead and grab your pumpkin spice latte for $1. But I gave it a try and here's what I thought.
Okay. Hi, thank you so much. Have a good one.
Smells like pumpkin spice. I'm just hoping it's gonna be sweet enough because I didn't ask for any sugar. Plus it's 200 and something calories, so it should be already sweetened. That's really good. It tastes very pumpkin-y. Highly recommend. So as you can see, it was actually really good. I thought that it was a bit sweet, but very heavy on the pumpkin flavor, very heavy on the spice, and I definitely would recommend it if you are wanting to get your pumpkin spice latte fix. And that was actually my first pumpkin spice latte of the season. So exciting and the perfect way to kick off this video. But let's go ahead and look at the Reddit feed, see what they have, and see if there's anything new. I saw a few things on there, but let's see what's there now because people have been posting stuff literally all week. So literally all I type in is new Aldi items Reddit 2021, or you could also type in new seasonal items Aldi or anything like that, but just put the word Reddit in there and it will pull up a Reddit feed for you to click on. Here's one. These are some hummus, dessert hummus. I've never tried this before, but I might be interested in trying one of those. I'm actually probably more interested in the caramel than the pumpkin pie, but since this video is pumpkin themed, here are some Belgian chocolate pumpkins. I've seen quite a few people posting the pumpkin candles and also the pumpkin wax melts. So that's something else to look out for. If you happen to live near an Aldi that sells alcohol, they apparently have pumpkin pie beer. I will not be able to show you guys that in store because in Maryland they do not sell alcohol inside of the Aldi stores or pretty much any grocery store. Apparently they have the pumpkin spice almond milk creamer. That's something else we can look out for. This sounds so good to me. Pumpkin cheesecake drizzled caramel corn. I'm definitely going to be looking for that because that sounds amazing. And I saw this the other day, y'all. I thought this was so funny. He said, y'all charcuterie boards are slacking compared to my Aldi creation. And then look at the comments. Somebody said the paper plate is just chef's kiss. I thought that was hilarious. So funny. And I want to show y'all one more thing that I saw in here that I may or may not be able to find at my local store because I know I didn't see them the other day. But it's these pumpkin spice almonds. So if you happen to see these, you might want to grab them because I don't know how long they'll be there. Also saw something that said that they were going to be having not only the pumpkin spice almonds, but also some snickerdoodle flavor almonds. So you might want to check that out. I'm going to check and see if they have these today, but I won't hold my breath because they haven't been having a lot of almonds lately. I don't know what that's about. But yeah, so that's a pretty good overview of what we can find there. Now I'm just going to go on Instacart and see what we can find inside that app. That way I have a list of things to look for inside the store. And y'all have seen me do Instacart, use the Instacart app so many times to like build a list. I'm not gonna buy all this stuff though, y'all, because I cannot have all of those snacks and stuff in my house because I will eat them. So I'm gonna just try a few things and I'm gonna leave the rest for y'all to try because I just cannot have all that stuff in the house because you're gonna be rolling me up out of here if I buy all that. So literally I'm just typing in pumpkin and seeing what comes up. I added a few things to my cart already, but they have the pumpkin rolls. I really want to try this Chobani oat pumpkin spice coffee creamer. I don't know if they're gonna have that in stock or not. Of course, they have the pumpkin bagels. I tried those last year. They were pretty good. They have some pumpkin spice cookies, pumpkin spice Cheerios, pumpkin spice cream cheese to go with the pumpkin spice bagels. They also have some pumpkin spice cold brew coffee, and then they have the pumpkin spice Califia Farms cold brew latte. So this is all the stuff that should be available in my store. So I added a bunch of it to my cart already, and I'm gonna take you guys, like I said, into the store and we'll see what's actually available in there. So now that we are actually inside Aldi, of course they have pumpkins, of course. And then I was trying to find those almonds, but they did not have them in stock like I predicted at my Aldi. They have not had any of the almonds that we normally buy in stock recently. So just so you know, I didn't find anything pumpkin flavored in this snack aisle, so you can probably bypass it. What I did find is the pumpkin cinnamon rolls. So if you like this kind of thing, or you're looking for like an easy dessert that you can just kind of throw together, but that still tastes somewhat homemade, these might be a great option for that. Also found the pumpkin roll cake, and this is something I've never actually tried before, so I was quite interested in giving this a try. And then here is the little end cap where most of the pumpkin items are going to reside. So of course I was able to find the pumpkin spice bagels. That's a yearly staple at Aldi, so you can typically find that every year. And then if you're interested, they also had this harvest bagel with multigrains, cranberries, and seeds. And then they had the pumpkin loaf, and right beside it there should have been pumpkin pies, but they were sold out, so you may or may not be able to find those. They also had the pumpkin pie mix and the pumpkin puree. And then on another end cap, I also found the pumpkin spice maple syrup, which is organic, so that's really good. Also found some pumpkin spice wafers, so if you're into the wafers like this, you might enjoy these. They had pumpkin spice yogurt covered pretzels. I was not really too keen on trying that. They might be good. Let me know in the comments if you guys tried those out. They had the pumpkin spice sandwich cookies, as well as the pumpkin spice wafer rolls. They actually have a pumpkin cream filling inside. And they had pumpkin spice Werther's soft caramels. That actually sounds really good. And pumpkin spice RX bars. So if you wanted a healthier way to get your pumpkin fix, that might be a great option. Here are the Belgian chocolate pumpkins that we saw on the Reddit feed. And then here's the popcorn I was looking for. And all this stuff is in the Aldi Finds section, in case you were wondering. So they're in that aisle where seasonal items, or all the items that aren't staples, typically reside. And then I found the candles and the wax melts. So they had these pumpkin everything wax melts, and they had the pumpkin coconut macaroon. And then for candles, they had a few different options. So they had the pumpkin ginger snap and the smoked pumpkin cider candle. And those were the 3-wick options. This one smells like a cinnamon candle, so if you like that, you'll probably like this. And this one has more of that musky fireside smell, so if you like that, this will probably be right up your alley. They also have these Woodwick candles, toasted pumpkin marshmallow. And the smell of this one is not really that distinct to me, so I would pass on this one. But there are other scents that aren't pumpkin, so you do have options. Now moving on to the refrigerated items, I really thought that they would have a seasonal cheese selection, but not too many going on, especially nothing pumpkin related. Yeah, no luck there. But I did find the pumpkin coffees. So of course they have the K-Cups, and then they also have the ground coffee as well, which comes in both pumpkin spice and maple. And then they also did have the pumpkin spice cold brew coffees, as well as the Chobani coffee creamer. And they even had a pumpkin spice whipped cream, which I thought was really cool for making drinks at home. I was also able to find the pumpkin spice almond milk creamer and some pumpkin flavored ice cream, as well as the pumpkin pecan bundt cakes, which also came in maple as well. and the pumpkin spiced cream cheese, which also came in salted caramel. All right, so I'm back from the store. Here is my little Aldi haul. Y'all saw they had a bunch of stuff, but I tried to choose the things that I think that my family will enjoy or that I will enjoy. So let's go ahead and go over what we got. So this to me looks amazing. This pumpkin cheesecake, drizzled caramel corn. That sounds yummy. Also got these pumpkin pecan cake, mini Bundt cakes. I'm a cake person. If you didn't know, I'm a cake person. I love cake. So that to me was a natural choice. And then I got the pumpkin cake roll. I've never had one of these before, but I always see them and they always look good. So I was like, let me just try it for once. And this kind of gave me the perfect opportunity. And then I really wanted to try a different flavor coffee creamer that's not, you know, the typical ones. I wanted to try like an oat or non-dairy coffee creamer. So this is the perfect opportunity again to try this. And then the last thing I got, which is not food, was these coconut pumpkin macaroon wax melts. These smell really good. And I'm a wax melt girl. I like candles too, but wax melts just really scent up your whole house even better than candles do in my opinion. So I really like to get a lot of wax melts for the seasons. So that is everything that I got. And like I said, I chose things that I thought my family would enjoy. The first thing I'm gonna try is the pumpkin cheesecake caramel popcorn. This to me sounded like one of the best things. So here is what the pumpkin spice popcorn looks like. You can see the drizzle on there. I knew this would hit, and it hits. It's 130 calories for 2/3 of a cup. 18 grams of sugar, no surprise there. The flavor is really subtle and mild. I do get the pumpkin spice flavor, but honestly, I don't get any cheesecake flavor. I don't know why they're calling it cheesecake. Even when I try to taste the drizzle alone, I still don't taste any like cream cheese or anything like that. There's no tanginess. It's literally just sweet. I think this is a good way to get like your little pumpkin spice fix. And you can just honestly eat like a few of these and you'll probably be just fine because they're super sweet. But they're also really good. So I would recommend these. I got the coffee brewing right now because the next thing we're gonna taste is this pumpkin spice creamer. Has 25 calories as opposed to 35 in a typical like International Delight coffee creamer or Coffee Mate. So that is good. Also only has 4 grams of sugar, which is amazing. So this is definitely like a much healthier alternative. Y'all know I've been looking for a healthier alternative to coffee creamer, and this definitely could be it. If I like this one, I will probably switch altogether to the Chobani creamers and use those moving forward. Smells very much like pumpkin spice. But one thing I will say is that it was super thin coming out of that container. I'm used to definitely a more thick consistency when it comes to coffee creamers. And the color, even though I added what I would consider to be quite a bit, the color is still pretty dark. Which, for me, that's not the best indication of a good coffee creamer. I like when my coffee is pretty light in color. Do I taste peppermint? Like, first impression, I tasted peppermint. I don't taste the pumpkin spice. I taste something, but I can't put my finger on what it is. The texture is very, very thin, so I was right about that. And I don't want to take another sip. So hopefully that lets you know what I think about that. I wish I could return it to the store, but I know I can't. Okay, so we got our pumpkin cake roll. This is my first time ever having a cake roll of any kind, not just this season, but ever in life. I don't know how. I've never had one before, but honestly, when I cut into it, it was really soft. It felt really moist, which is always a good indication when it comes to cake. That's really good. Pumpkin is such a subtle flavor, but I would say if I had to categorize it, I would say it tastes like a really good spice cake. The cream cheese frosting that's in here is really good too. It's not too sweet. It's just, it's good. And then the fact that it's like a little pinwheel just makes it even prettier and like more of a novelty to eat versus a normal piece of cake. So yeah, we still have one more cake to try out. So I'm gonna show you guys how to make it. So for this one, it says just heat and serve. And these were in the frozen section, just so you know. So there's what our cake looks like. And I'm assuming there's, yep, a little frosting packet. So got some cream cheese icing. And this recommends that we either let it stay out from frozen for 1 to 2 hours to thaw and then put the icing on top and have it that way, or you can microwave it for 20 to 25 seconds. This looks like a masterpiece. Like, this looks like you spent some time in the kitchen baking this. Like, you really, you know, took your time to get this cake on the table. Really looks like you went the extra mile versus just picking it up and throwing it in the microwave. I think this would be perfect for a dinner party or something like that, where you want something a little bit more fancy, but you don't necessarily want to do all the extra work. Yeah. And this one's actually pumpkin pecan flavored, so it should have a little bit of a different flavor to it than these just like straight pumpkin roll that we had over there. Much different flavor profile. A lot of pecans in here, so you get that nuttiness. There's also a lot more cinnamon in this, so it's more warm tasting than the other one. The cake itself is not that sweet, which makes the icing like the perfect complement to it because it's not too sweet overall. The texture is a little bit spongy almost. It reminds me of bread pudding, the texture of it, which is not a bad thing. I love bread pudding, but it's a whole different experience than the other one, and I just wanted to like make that clear. These are definitely two very different desserts. So if you like that more nutty caramelized flavor, then this Bundt cake might be the one for you. But if you like more of a traditional cake experience, then the cake roll is definitely giving that. I would not recommend the coffee creamer at all. I would stay away from that. And the popcorn is delicious, though not cheesecake flavored in my opinion. And that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it and got some pumpkin spice inspiration from it. I will be doing another video with Lidl pumpkin spiced items, so make sure you're subscribed and stick around for that. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.